I'm not gonna sit here and take it anymore.
It isn't uncommon in the United States for its citizens to wind up at the foul end of the deep state's ire, as is eventually revealed by buried evidence spun out of the narrative by the Mockingbird Media. Now more details surrounding the body count connected to the DNC's muzzling of WikiLeaks have begun to find solid ground, and it could open an investigation involving the D.C. Mayor's office, the D.C. Police Department, and rocket its way into the chain of command at the DNC as to why a DNC staffer who reportedly sent 40,000 emails to WikiLeaks director and BBC Democratic National Committee history documentarian Gavin McFadden was murdered in an as-yet unverified robbery on July 10, 2016. WorldNet Daily reported a federal investigator who reviewed an FBI forensic report detailing the contents of Rich's computer generated within 96 hours after his murder told Fox News that Rich made contacts with WikiLeaks through Gavin McFadden. Seth Rich's parents, Mary and Joel Rich of Omaha, Nebraska, said in August of 2016 in an interview with the Daily Mail that their son had been asked to join Hillary Clinton's campaign 4 days before he was murdered.
Our whistleblowers go to significant efforts to get us material and often very significant risks. As a 27-year-old works for the DNC, who was shot in the back, murdered just 2 weeks ago. For unknown reasons as he was walking down the street in Washington. So
that was just a robbery, I believe, wasn't it?
No, there's no finding. So
what are you suggesting? What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that our sources take risks and they become concerned to see things occurring like that.
But was he one of your sources then? I mean,
we don't comment on who our sources are.
But why make the suggestion about a young guy being shot in the streets of Washington?
Because we have to understand how high the stakes are in the United States, and that our sources are, our sources face serious risks. That's why they come to us, so we can protect their anonymity.
If it were one death, perhaps you'd say, all right, a coincidence. 3 deaths? Really? I don't think it's unreasonable to scratch your head and say, why are 3 insiders with intimate knowledge of the machinations at the DNC that stole this nomination for Hillary now pushing up daisies? That's entirely...
I'll tell you this, Assange has got giant eggs, because if you look at this, he knows it's hurting Hillary. She's degenerating under the stress daily. Whatever's in these emails has got her scared to death. You can see it. She looks like a cornered, hairless rat.
Because I am familiar with D.C. and, I've been a previous D.C. homicide detective, they just wanted me to kind of look into the case a little bit more, see if I can develop some leads, interview some people, which I've been doing over the past 3 weeks. And what's really interesting, since I've been looking into this case, I've uncovered quite a few things, but not necessarily related to Seth's death, but related to an possible underground corruption, organized crime, corruption group that may be operating in the district. Because I've started looking at other homicides and deaths that were called homicide or called accidental deaths, but could have been homicide. So this case, Allison, may actually open up a can of worms as far as what's been going on here in D.C.
My job is to shut other white people down when they want to interrupt.
Let the acting or future FBI director, the Washington, D.C. Police Department and Mayor's Office, and your representatives know that you want the location of Seth Rich's laptop to be public, and immediate further exploration into the involvement of the DNC and the finer points surrounding the untimely deaths of Sean Lucas, John Ash, and Seth Rich. John Bound for Infowars.com.
What the aging process is when the cell replicates, we lose a little bit of our telomeres. Telomeres are the little cups on the end of our chromosomes.
And when it runs out, you start dying. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com.